Wasn't worth doing it man-to-man, too much running. As the ball is laid square by Rafinha to Paqueta, lovely back heel, Rafinha steers it in low, gathered by the goalkeeper at the near post. It wasn't a good cross from Rafinha, despite Thiago Silva stretching a long leg to try and slide it and meet it, and the goalkeeper, Milinkovic-Savic, throws it out over the halfway line, and now maybe they can counter here, Serbia. It's Zivkovic trying to drive forward, blocked off by Paqueta. They want a free kick, referee says no. Here's Dean Ashton.
Yeah, and rightly so. It was a decent break down the right-hand side from Zivkovic, but when you throw yourself down like that, the referee's not going to have it. Rafinha, he's got to do better so far. He's been the one that's got himself into the game, but his quality's been really, really poor.
Vinicius Junior trying to dart down the far side, the left. The referee had already stopped the play for a Brazil throw midway inside Serbia territory, and Neymar will take it. Brazil yet to bring us that classic samba sparkle. There have been actually relatively few signs of that in the game. Over half an hour played and Brazil 0, Serbia 0. You're listening to Talk Sport. Ball is on the halfway line with Thiago Silva. Brazilian flag and a Serbian flag hanging from the roof high up above. Spectacular roof. It's with Paqueta inside left channel. Further wide is Vinicius Junior. Richarlison lurking in the middle. But again, Serbia, so many back behind the ball. And Brazil just looking for pockets of space. The five-time world champions. Neymar tried to flick it through the legs of two in red, and that was a little careless. Lukic slides in firm but fair on Alexandro. Out of play for a Brazil throw, and the sort of attitude to Neymar flicking the ball about there from Serbia was, we don't really care, you're miles from goal.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're going to press, aren't they? When it goes into the feet of Neymar or Vinicius Junior, they're going to expect to be tightly marked, and Brazil, though, have had real control in the last 10 or so minutes of the football. It's been slow, but they've had more control, and Serbia are getting deeper and deeper in their defensive position after starting the half well and getting up the pitch.
Outside left channel is Vinicius Junior driving in field. Little flick from Neymar, cleared away. Comes back to Alexandro. He swings in the cross, headed away by Veljkovic from inside his own penalty area. The loose ball bouncing down, and it's collected by Marquinhos. Square to Alexandro. Brazil dominating possession. Neymar 25 yards out, touch heavy, ran into Gudel. Gudel clears to the feet of Milinkovic-Savic, who just stabbed it forward, and it's straight back to Brazil possession. Thiago Silva darting over the halfway line, trying to find an injection of pace. Richarlison's lay off to the near side. Danilo looks up. Danilo crosses aimed at Neymar. Cleared away by Veljkovic again. Mitrovic with a touch back towards Tadic. Serbia can't keep the ball. Alexandro there to win it back once more. Serbia have everybody back inside their own half of the field.
I mean, that's the one thing they haven't got, isn't it? Any pace to go in behind. Brazil have got a really high line. They're on the halfway line almost. So if they do win it back, Serbia, they just haven't got that player that they can just hit in behind, especially against Thiago Silva. If you can isolate him 1v1, but Mitrovic won't do that.
Richarlison held it up well. Rafinha inside right channel, all left foot, cuts in field, sets up Paqueta, back to Rafinha, shot straight at the goalkeeper. Should have done much better, opened up for him, really weak shot.
Yeah, sums him up so far, Rafinha, in this game. Really poor attempt. It was a brilliant one too, with Lucas Paqueta, who played it back into his path. He got himself into the box. It's on his left foot. He just has to make really nice contact to curl that in the far corner, and it comes right off his heel, takes all the sting out of it, and just into the palms of Vanja Milinkovic-Savic.
03717 223344 later on for the Sports Bar on Talk Sport. You can have your say on the World Cup action today and ahead of Wales against Iran in Group B tomorrow at 10, England against the United States at 7. Commentary of both, as you'd expect, on Talk Sport. Now Danilo will take a throw deep inside his own half. We've hardly been looking to the left, have we, Dean, in this first period so far? Our necks have been craned looking to the right-hand side as Brazil clear up to halfway. Richarlison dispossessed, no free kick. Lukic forward to Gudel. Midway inside Brazil territory. Good little touch by Tadic, almost finding Milinkovic-Savic, scrambled away by Casemiro, and Gudel very quickly in with a challenge on Rafinha, and Brazil have a throw 10 yards shy of halfway, right in front of the coach Tite.
I mean, they're a little bit trapped, aren't they, Serbia, in terms of wanting to be a threat going forward, of which they haven't been yet. Not one shot on goal whatsoever from the men in red.
Neymar running forward, a deflected pass towards Vinicius Jr. that trickles into the gloves of Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, and another Brazil attack breaks down.
But they don't want to open up. So far they'll be really, really pleased, I think, with what they've given Brazil, which is very little, and they'll want to keep it that way. But how do you then try and assert yourself whatsoever in the game?
Milinkovic-Savic high and cross-field, controlled by Zivkovic. He's got lots of space to dart into here, the right wing-back. He's 25 yards from goal, sets up Tadic, back to Zivkovic, flicks in a high cross, maybe overhit. Mladenovic at the far post met it with a header, and it's gone behind and well wide in the end for a goal kick to Brazil. But good football and a neat 1-2 involving Tadic and Zivkovic there.
But Zivkovic has got to do better. It was a really good run. He carried on the run when he played it inside to Tadic, who'd found him, and that's 2 or 3 times now, especially they've been down that right hand side. Mitrovic is in there. He needs that bit of quality, and it just hasn't been there. They've floated it towards the back post instead.
Serbia have it back. Zivkovic infield to Milinkovic-Savic, back to Zivkovic. Gudel taps it back 5 yards to Lukic, who is in the middle of the Brazil half, dead centre. Now Zivkovic for the giant Milenkovic with the red boots on. Serbia have it in the centre circle. A square ball out to the near side, the left, and Pavlovic this time. Brazil 0, Serbia 0 on Talk Sport. A game of few chances. That's certainly not the stroll that some might have been thinking it would be for Brazil. A lot of people, quite rightly, backing Serbia to give them a tough evening, and Serbia have proven that they are a strong side. And they've got a throw deep inside opposition territory in front of that huge stand opposite us, the undulating roofs here of the Lusail Stadium. It's back to Milenkovic on halfway. Milenkovic steps into Brazil territory, plays a 1-2 with Tadic dropping very deep. Tadic back to Veljkovic inside his own half of the field. Certainly not overwrought, this Serbian side, and a number of them played in the group stage against Brazil in 2018 when these two sides met. Brazil were 2-0 winners on the day. Pavlovic almost running into the tackle of Paqueta, hooked downfield by Veljkovic, hit and hope, nobody there, straight through to Alisson.
Yeah, I mean he's not the best on the ball. Pavlovic, he said he's coped reasonably well with Rafinha, but when they're trying to play out, he's just let them down a couple of times with his passing.
Casemiro square to Marquinhos, live in the centre circle, inside the Serbia half, through the middle to Neymar. Quick 1-2 with Paqueta, cleared away by Milenkovic. Paqueta's return ball was not good enough. Neymar possession right of centre this time, jogging pace. Serbia, everybody back behind the ball in that deep shade of red, the colour of their kit.
দেখা যাক কি হয়। এই মুহূর্তে আপনারা যেখান থেকে আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত আছেন আপনাদের সকলকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। অবশ্যই আপনারা আমাদের ই-স্পোর্টস চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, আর ইতিমধ্যে যারা আপনারা সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিয়েছেন আপনাদের সকলকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। আর কমেন্টে অবশ্যই জানিয়ে দিবেন আজকের খেলায় কোন দল জয়লাভ করতে পারে, এবং আমরা আশা করি যে আজকের খেলায় ব্রাজিল জয়লাভ করবে। দেখা যাক শেষ মেশে কি হয়। শেষ ভালো যার সব ভালো তার।
Ball is with Marquinhos again on the halfway line. Forward to Casemiro, steers it to the near side of Rafinha. Good ball, overlapping run from Paqueta. Paqueta's low cross. Richarlison went near post, blocks off by Pavlovic on the slide.
39 মিনিটের খেলা কিন্তু চলমান।
To Milinkovic-Savic. Now maybe Serbia can break. Tadic and Mitrovic have both gone to the right. There's nobody on the left for Serbia. Mitrovic has to go to the right full-back position.
39 মিনিটে খেলা চলমান, অর্থাৎ প্রথমার্ধের খেলা কিন্তু আর
all the way back to his goalkeeper.
Lost time মিলে 5 মিনিটের মতো হতে
at the moment. Dean Ashton still 0-0.
And again it's down this right hand side though, isn't it? That's where they've had the joy. There's only one run from Vinicius Jr. on the left hand side. Other than that it's been all on the right hand side. And again a good ball in.
Brazil এই মুহূর্তে একটা গোল অবশ্যই দরকার।
Right across from that right hand side to step in front of Richarlison, who, let's be honest, has been an absolute passenger in this game so far. I can't remember him particularly touching the ball, let alone being involved, and he was slow to that. It was a decent ball from Paqueta across the box. He was idle in his movement, and Milenkovic just came across. I wonder just how fit is he, Richarlison. I wondered whether he would start.
একদম গোল পোস্টের সাইড দিয়ে একটা গোল চলে গেল শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা। চমৎকার একটা ম্যাচ। সেটা কিন্তু গোল হওয়ার মতোই ছিল, এই যে একটা চান্স ছিল।
25 yards out, trying to break between the lines. Paqueta, who's been very industrious, gets a tackle in. Now Casemiro, long pass.
চান্সটা কিন্তু মিস হয়ে গেল।
Vinicius Junior will chase. Milenkovic only half cleared. Vinicius Junior, angle tight, and he hits it wide. Right footed, it's behind for a goal kick. Nervy moment
চান্সটা কিন্তু আসলে কাজে লাগাতে পারলো না শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা।
Vinicius Junior couldn't take
একদমই যে
advantage.
একটা চান্স ছিল ব্রাজিলের পক্ষে।
He feels as if Milenkovic has
Serbia
just done
কিন্তু প্রতিহত করে
enough
দিল।
to get himself back because he made a mistake. He went to clear and he actually hit it against his own forehead. And then Vinicius Junior was away. Felt like he was just about to pull the trigger with the right foot, and in the end it definitely came off the defender.
তো এই মুহূর্তে আপনারা যে যেখান থেকে আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত আছেন, আপনাদের সকলকে অবশ্যই অনুরোধ করবো, আপনারা যারা আমাদের এই স্পোর্টস চ্যানেলটি এখনো সাবস্ক্রাইব করেননি অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। আর ইতিমধ্যে আপনারা যারা সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিয়ে দিয়েছেন, আপনাদের সকলকে অসংখ্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। তো এই মুহূর্তে আপনারা কে কোথা থেকে যুক্ত আছেন কমেন্টে জানিয়ে দিবেন। আপনার প্রিয় দল কোনটি সেটা অবশ্যই কমেন্টে জানিয়ে দিবেন।
Almost skimmed the top of his forehead. Now did it come off Thiago Silva? No.
আজকের খেলায় কোন দল জয়লাভ করবে সেটা অবশ্যই কমেন্টে জানিয়ে দিবেন। শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা অবশ্যই কমেন্টে জানিয়ে দিবেন।
We're in the 42nd minute and Thiago Silva has gone down, and almost as quickly as he's gone down, he's helped back to his feet and he's okay.
আমাদের চ্যানেলটি আপনারা যারা এখনো সাবস্ক্রাইব করেননি অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন।
And it's still Brazil 0, Serbia 0 on Talk Sports.
I mean, how much more dangerous did that ball look? You know, rather than it being floated in, if you whip it in with real pace. I mean, Mitrovic actually was probably getting nowhere near it, but actually there was a little bit of panic. Marquinhos and Thiago Silva, just because of the pace of the cross, and they know how dangerous Mitrovic can be. And Thiago Silva left in a heap as Mitrovic fell all on top of him. But that's what it's got to be. I think you've got to find that delivery for Mitrovic.
এই মুহূর্তে প্রথমার্ধের খেলা কিন্তু অল্প সময় বাকি আছে। লিগ্যাল টাইমে যদি ধরি 1 মিনিটের মতো বাকি আছে, আর অতিরিক্ত সময়ে যতটুকু পাওয়া যায় শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা। শেষ মুহূর্তে একটা গোল দিতে পারে কিনা সেটাই দেখার বিষয়।
High downfield. Neymar will jump with Milenkovic, who was always going to win that battle, the Serbian defender. It's cleared away only as far as Paqueta, shy of halfway. Infield to Casemiro, onto Neymar, edge of the D, skips away from 3 in red. Slight tackle from Lukic, can't stop it.
এখনো কিন্তু দুই দলই কিন্তু গোল শূন্য শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা। কোনো দল কিন্তু আসলে গোল দিতে পারেনি, কোনো দল কিন্তু গোলের মুখ দেখতে পারেনি। দেখা যাক শেষ অবধি আসলে কি হয় শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা।
Goal kick. Tite, the coach, applauds. A long way down below us, but
Neymar কিন্তু গোল শূন্য, তিনি কিন্তু কোনো গোল আদায় করতে পারেননি শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা।
But the moments that they've had has come when they have really upped the tempo, when they've just put that little burst of energy into their play. Neymar this time just got hold of the ball and zipped away from 3 or 4, played it out to Rafinha. He then moves the ball quickly. In the end, let himself down again.
তো আপনারা যারা নতুন করে আমাদের এই স্পোর্টস এর সাথে যুক্ত হলেন, আপনাদেরকে বিনীতভাবে অনুরোধ করব যারা এখন আমাদের চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করেননি অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন।
Clearance high up the middle from Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, the goalkeeper, and it bounces straight through to Alisson, who has hardly had a kick in the game. Back from Danilo to Marquinhos, and now Alisson again. Ederson on the bench for Brazil, who had a rotation policy for their goalkeepers in qualifying. Weberton, the third choice, also got some football. Alexandra in the left-back spot under pressure from Zivkovic, finding Neymar. Neymar very deep indeed. He's given it straight to Milenkovic.
নির্ধারিত সময়ের খেলা কিন্তু শেষ দিকে, এখন অতিরিক্ত সময়ের খেলা কিন্তু অর্থাৎ প্রথমার্ধে যে অতিরিক্ত সময়ের খেলা সেটা কিন্তু শুরু হবে। দেখা যাক।
Milinkovic-Savic, oh, and he very nearly found Tadic in the box with his back to goal. It was just a couple of yards away from his stretch. And it went through to Alisson, who throws it out to Neymar. Neymar darts over the halfway line. Runners in front of him in canary yellow. Neymar looks up, but he can't find Rafinha.
অতিরিক্ত সময়ের খেলা চলমান শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা।
Brazil quickly get it back. Last 30 seconds.
দেখা যাক অতিরিক্ত প্রথমার্ধের অতিরিক্ত সময়ের খেলা চলমান, অতিরিক্ত সময়ের মধ্যে গোল হতে পারে কিনা দেখা যাক। আক্রমণে ব্রাজিল, আহা, প্রতিহত করে দিল সার্বিয়া।
40 yards left of center.
গোল আদায়ের ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু এই ক্ষেত্রে ব্যর্থ ব্রাজিল, বলতেই হবে।
Jinks away from Mladenovic, infield again, and sweeps it to the left-hand side and Alexandro. Where are we? Just a minute of added time at the end of the first half. Vinicius Junior, edge of the box, plays it square.